Thanks, Jim. Dashing out of the office this morning, my PA said, "Have you got your speech, Councillor Blackman?" I said, "No, because I've not written one." And she said, "Oh, you do know that you're on after Mr. Marsden, don't you?" Bloody hell. Because that just demolishes any opportunity to just kind of wing it and go with the flow, because Gordon invariably and very frustratingly always speaks very well, always name checks all of the people I was going to name check, always quotes the romantic poets, which those of you that know me know I do all the time. So, and invariably at events like this, you know, it's not me or Gordon that you've come to see or hear from. It's the work of the young people that we're here to see. I would just make two reflections. Firstly, that Gordon spoke about campaigning in poetry and governing in prose, and an awful lot of our job is the dull, boring detail of stuff. Stuff that, quite frankly, when you get home at night, you sit with your partner or your friends and you think, I actually couldn't tell you what I've been doing today because it's so dire, it will just be another 20 minutes of your life that you'll never have again, and I'm quite sure you're not remotely interested. But we've had, I think Gordon and I, over the past month or so, we've had a series of lousy jobs to do. Here in Blackpool, we passed a budget at the end of February which stripped out sort of more than £10 million from services to people in the town, and that's certainly not what I came to politics to do. We've also had a long and unfortunate series of hospital and hospice visits as a number of our colleagues have been ill and sadly passed away over the past few weeks, and a series of funerals. This, however, is the best bit of our job, because we actually get to see the outcome of all of the prose, the outcome of all of the plans and all of the strategies, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And my second point would be, it should remind us that Blackpool has been the victim of a series of mono-industries, if you will. Tourism was the dominant force in the Blackpool economy for many, many years. And then, fairly quickly, that was eroded and we started to struggle. The public sector then stepped into that breach. Vast numbers of people employed by the DWP, employed by the council, employed by the hospital. That now, sadly, is starting to crumble. And as we look for future economic drivers, and we look as to where the jobs are going to come for our young people, for our children and grandchildren, we need to build up a broad base of economic drivers. And a key one of those here in Blackpool is going to be art and creativity. That's something that is very important that people in our roles, we handed an award at full council on Wednesday to two people with learning disabilities who've won a national award for work around making digital media more accessible to people. And these are exactly the sort of things that we need to be encouraging. So, like Gordon, delighted to be here, delighted to see the exhibition. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Councillor Blackman. I'm now going to introduce Andrew from Open Art, who's going to tell you a little bit about the process of the project.
Good morning, everybody. Just before I start, I've got to warn you that I'm not used to public speaking, so if I start stammering and stuttering, somebody can book me off, won't you? Standing in front of the TV's cameras, I think I should be thanking my manager, my mum, my dad. But I won't do that. It's all my own work. No, it's not. How did the project start? The project started with an idea. We formulated a project which we wanted young people to explore a different side of Blackpool, a Blackpool that tourists don't see, a Blackpool that you see, that everybody sees on TV. We all have an image of Blackpool. I'm not a Blackpool person. And we wanted kids to express that in photography. I think we achieved that. I think the photographs that we've got are fantastic. But that's just the starting point. I think that the finishing point for me is the fact that we've uncovered so much talent and so much passion and so many other things in the young people. So sometimes you come across a project, and I work on lots and lots of different projects all over Northern England, and sometimes you come across a project and what you have to do is you have to go out there and inspire young people to do this, and you have to inspire other people to do that. Sometimes you come across a project where they inspire you. And I've got to tell you that this project has really inspired me, and I feel really humbled to be stood here talking about it today. Because all I did was go and point to young people's talents. Their talents were there anyway, it's nothing to do with me, I just pointed at them. The young people are amazingly talented, amazingly gifted. They're just like me and you. And I hope the photographs illustrate that. The photographs also illustrate other things. The young people are passionate, the young people are intelligent, they are loving, they are lots of other things. And I think the photographic project is about showing that side of Blackpool that we don't always see. We all know Blackpool is a touristy place, and people come in for the day trips, they come and see the lights, but what about all the other stuff that goes on? Blackpool is just not one thing. I'd just like to finish and say I was also inspired by the staff. The staff at Street Life are amazing people. Lots of them here today, Claudia and Tony and everybody else. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. But the one person that's inspired me the most is Jane Hugo. I think she's fantastic and I think you should treasure her. Thank you.
Thanks for that, Andrew. I'm now going to introduce Henry Eden, who's a Blackpool person and photographer, and he was working on the project with young people as well.
I can't really, it's very difficult to add to what everybody else has said, Gordon, Councillor, Blackburn and Andrew. I think the key thing is to understand that all the work you see is that of the young people, basically. Myself and Andrew and Open Art just facilitated the opportunity for them to show us what they were about. And as Andrew said, it was, from our point of view, it was actually very easy to encourage them to produce the work, because they just ran with it themselves. They connected with the idea and they ran with it themselves. And what gives me personally great pleasure is to see how it's all come together with the windbreaks, the publication and the postcard. And I'd just like to echo Andrew's words, thanking Jane and the staff at Street Life, Deborah at Open Art, but also the Wordsworth Trust as well. Helen Mort, poet, came down. I'd like to think that the aficionados of the UK poetry scene will be sat having a cappuccino reading the publication as we speak. And I'd also like to say a big thank to Mark Lester from Mark's Studio in Manchester, who designed the publication as well. So, like I say, it's all down to the young people.
Excellent. I'm now going to introduce Russell, who was one of the young people that was involved in the project. I'd like to come up. And Russell's just going to tell you about how the experience was for him.
Yeah, I had a really fun time taking the photographs. Really enjoyed it, taking part. Yeah, it was just good to sort of be able to go around town, take a few photographs, and you guys put them on a poster like this. You've done a really good job. Yeah, the Street Life have been really good as well. Been great, helping us. Hope you enjoy the work.
Now Joe is going to come up and read one of his poems out of the newspaper.
Just want to say well done to everybody here for putting this together, and congratulations. A round of applause for everyone. Whose expectation do I see the journey of an endless road? A life lived for those who live around me, their troubles, my burden, my load. I carry willingly on alone. Do you know this road? I know no other.
It's now time to bring the speeches to a close. I think everybody throughout the speeches, we've all thanked each other and given ourselves a big pat on the back. So I just want to thank you all for coming and for supporting the work that we do at Streetlife. And I'd just like to say it's been a pleasure having this today and celebrating the work, and to reiterate what Andrew said, it's all really down to the young people and their talents. So thank you very much.